Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War Arc, Episode 30, The Betrayer. That's right, it's all finally coming to a head. Here we are. I am so excited for this one. We got so much anime exclusive content. We got to see a fight that was really shortened during the manga, unfortunately. And then, of course, everything that continues to get set up, including an additional after credit scene. I really love when they really pick their spots on when to do stuff after the credits, because it's like you finish a big old, it's a big blow off, maybe a big fight just finished, or maybe a big cliffhanger, but then they give you that little extra, right, that keeps you sticking around. And the closing song is a banger anyway, so like you might as well stick around for after the credits. So, but let's get into all the details of this fantastic episode of Bleach. So we begin with a recap of everything that Captain Ukitake had been doing with Mimi Hagi-sama to stabilize the Soul Society and everything, that just all his efforts to stabilize all the realms. And we see how that one of the things that they made really clear, and I talked a little bit about this in the last episode, was that it was very pointed out that Yuobach had not been able to sense or see this even while using the Almighty. So I think that's going to be very interesting. Definitely keep that in mind as we go forward. So we see that Yuobach is he's trying to deal the final blow, trying to get Nimihagi, the dark arm, out of the Soul King, so that he will continue to deteriorate. Things will continue to get bad. Really cool and a very cool moment. Ichigo finally gets rid of the control that his Quincy part, or the Quincy part that Yuobach had control over, and stops him from doing that. We see Yoroichi set up a barrier, but then that's when Uryu finally comes back in as the betrayer. As this barrier that was protecting the Soul King kind of goes back down. We were about to see some really cool attacks from Yoroichi and then the rest of the gang. Um, I will say the rest of the gang for this episode, it's really nice to see them there, but they're still kind of just off to the side. The Royal Guard that Yobach has brought, like, they are so powerful. There's no way that even our even Chad with all his might, even Orihime with all his her powers, I don't think they're ever gonna be any kind of match for them. I was just really scared that they were gonna come into a lot of harm. So we finally get a anime exclusive. Like, we saw a little bit of this fight, like, and when I say a little bit, I really do mean a little bit of this fight in the manga, but we get like a fully extended sequence of the fight between Ichigo and Ryu, and it's really well done. This has been very thematic throughout the whole, throughout the whole anime, throughout the whole manga. This is Uryu from the beginning, even though he was working with Ichigo, and I think even though I truly believe that they did become friends with everyone, his Quincy pride, his vengeance for against those that hurt, specifically his grandfather, his master, the Soul Reapers. That's always been there, and they really made a point of it, especially in the last few seasons of Thousand Year Blood War, to remark on that. So this definitely comes in. Um, it comes in as no surprise, really, that this would happen again. We see that Ishida finally transformed into like his unleashed form. I forget the name of the exact name of the transformation for the Quincy's. We see him use his Vol Stern Dick, and if you see me looking around, it's because this is kind of where my notes are. But yeah, really cool fight. His design looks really cool too. He gets the wings like most of the Quincy, but he also has like these little armbands and bracelets and anklets, like almost as if an armor is forming around with that Ryatsu. So it's really very cool design. Great work by the animation team. We see him just really go all out, but man, Ichigo is at such a disadvantage because ultimately, even when he gets the upper hand, he doesn't want to hurt Ishida. That is his friend, and he thinks that he can maybe still get him back. And that's kind of what turns the tide of the battle. Um, they there's a really cool moment where Ishida is gonna shoot like his big attack onto Ichigo, and the animation drops to black and white, and that was so cool. Like it just really highlights the severity of the moment. The musical score, everything just kind of builds up to that moment, and it's great stuff. And this is what I was talking about. You know, the episode ends there, but then we have a little after credit scene where we do see Eobot finally break the Soul King out of his like case, the little whatever, the little thing that was encasing him, and we just see the Soul King's body floating around there. And I think this is the moment where Yehobat absorbs the Soul King's power. And I'm wondering how that, obviously that's gonna make him a lot more powerful, but also how will that affect his influence? How will that affect the Almighty? We do see him transform into kind of that where he has all the eyes in his head. You probably seen a little bit of that design in the opening song. So yeah, very exciting episode of Bleach Thousand Year Blood War. I feel like we're finally getting to a point where things should start like the tide of battle, or we should start battling again pretty soon with everyone, not just everybody that's up at the Soul Palace. But man, oh man, what is coming? Uh, if you have not read the manga, and I've read the manga, but it was so long ago that I really only remember like the big brush strokes of this. I don't remember all the details, so I'm very excited. They're also changing and rearranging so many things that everything still feels super fresh, super new. So yeah, if you haven't read the manga, try to go in as unspoiled as you can. I know the internet is a place where a lot of people are talking about the manga because they know kind of what's coming or what should be coming. So yeah, if it's not the foreshadowing that you're seeing from the anime, try to stay away from any spoilers. So, as always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. And as always, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.